In high-risk emergencies, success is not only about courage, it is about coordination, prioritization, and structured decision-making. Project management becomes critical when resources are limited, time is shrinking, and uncertainty is high. On June 23, 2018, 12 boys and their coach were trapped inside Tham Luang cave in Thailand after sudden monsoon flooding. Over the next 18 days, more than 10,000 people participated in the rescue effort, including over 100 specialized cave divers and hundreds of oxygen cylinders in rotation. What unfolded was not simply a rescue mission, it was a complex, resource-constrained project under extreme pressure. On July 2, the boys were found alive, 2.5 miles inside the cave. At that moment, the project scope shifted. The objective was no longer search and location. It became a highly technical extraction operation. This scope redefinition required schedule restructuring, new resource allocation, and renewed risk assessment. From this point forward, scheduling under constraint became the central challenge. Projects are classified as either time-constrained or resource-constrained. Although oxygen levels were declining and monsoon rains were approaching, the dominant limitation was not time itself, it was specialized resources. Expert cave divers were extremely limited worldwide. Each boy required one professional diver to navigate flooded tunnels with zero visibility and narrow passages as small as 15 by 28 inches. This created a clear resource bottleneck. When oxygen levels dropped to 15% below the safe threshold, slack in the schedule was nearly eliminated. As slack approaches zero, even minor delays can become critical. Under these conditions, more activities become time-sensitive, and the critical path may shift depending on resource availability. This rescue became a resource-constrained project under extreme time pressure. With limited diver capacity and declining oxygen, the project network became constraint-driven. Water pumping, oxygen cylinder rotation, diver readiness, and extraction preparation were tightly interconnected. The schedule was no longer stable. Critical activities shifted based on resource conditions inside the cave. The system became highly sensitive to disruption, a direct consequence of slack reduction. Facing minimal slack, the team evaluated multiple alternatives, waiting until monsoon season ended, drilling from above, using a submarine, or even teaching the boys to dive independently. Each option involved significant uncertainty and resource risk. Instead, the team applied heuristic prioritization and chose controlled extraction. They compressed the schedule by fast-tracking pumping and planning in parallel. International cave experts from the UK and Australia were mobilized rapidly, effectively crashing the schedule despite higher cost. Extraction was conducted in phases: 4 boys on July 8th, 4 on July 9th, and 5 on July 10th. This phased execution stabilized resource loading and protected the most constrained resource, diver capacity. This case highlights 2 key improvements for future emergency projects. First, since expert divers were the main bottleneck, building a ready global rescue network would reduce mobilization delays and stabilize early resource allocation. Second, because small delays increase risk, early resource-constrained simulations should be used to model oxygen usage, diver rotation, and equipment cycles before execution. This case highlights structural lessons for future emergency projects. The Tham Luang rescue demonstrates that when resources are scarce and slack disappears, structured scheduling becomes critical.